Picture this, a city under siege, not by foreign armies, but by poverty, violence, and relentless chunk of systemic neglect. A place where gunshots are more common than goodnight kisses, where dreams die young and hope, I mean real hope, is rare and precious currency. This is Compton, California in the 1960s. Not the captain of Hollywood might, but the real one, raw, ruthless, and real. And right in the heart of it, a quiet, wide-eyed boy named Kendrick Lamar talked words. He was watching, listening, and absorbing everything. He doesn't talk much, but his mind never stops because Kendrick isn't just surviving this war soon, he is recording it. Not with cameras, but with lyrics, with memories, with pain. This is the story of how one boy turned trauma into truth and silence into a revolution. Today, we take you on a journey into the sad, shocking, and soul-searing life of Kendrick Lamar. A journey not just from rags to riches, but from brokenness to brilliance. Buckle up, what you are about to hear might just change the way you see music and the world entirely. Born on June 17, 1987, Kendrick Lamar wasn't supposed to make it. Not here, not in Compton. His parents, Paula and Kenny, had fled gang violence in Chicago, hoping for peace. But Compton had its own devils, Crips, Bloods, crack cocaine, and the iron grip of poverty. Kendrick was their firstborn, a quiet, curious boy. But even at 5, innocence was a luxury he couldn't afford. He witnessed his first murder before he lost his baby teeth. A man gunned down in the middle of the street, his body collapsed just yard from Kendrick's tiny feet. That moment scared him, but it also lit a fuse. At school, he dodged drug dealers. At home, he heard his dad's scream echo through the world during withdrawals. His mom did everything she could, worked long hours, cooked humble meals, kept the family together with prayer and grit. Still, Kendrick lived on the edge of chaos. One bad move, one wrong street, that's all it took to vanish. But somehow he held on. He found refuge in rhyme. At 8 years old, he started writing lyrics, lines scribbled in silence, words sharp as blades. He studied Tupac like scripture, absorbed Dr. Dre's beats like lifeblood. Music wasn't just an escape, it was oxygen, a way out, and a secret door in a wild city. By 16, he wasn't just dreaming. He was recording. Under the name K. Dot, he dropped his first mixtape, Youngest Head Nigga in Charge, raw, aggressive, and unfiltered. It caught the ears of Top Dog Entertainment, a scrappy local label with ambitions. They signed him and everything changed. Mixtapes like Training Day and C4 followed, each one sharpening his blade. He was no longer just reporting the streets. He was dissecting them with rhythm, with rage, and with surgical precision. Then, in 2011, came Section 80, a masterpiece hiding in plain sight. Songs like High Power and Ronald Reagan Era proved Kendrick wasn't just a rapper. He was a prophet. He didn't rap to entertain, he rapped to awaken. But in 2012, the world truly met Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, MAAD City wasn't an album. It was a memoir, a movie, and a gospel. A teenage caught between gang life and God, trying to survive another day. From swimming pool drunk to the art of peer pressure, Kendrick painted Compton with words, and the world listened. The album went platinum, critics bowed, and suddenly the boy with the notebook was a king. But what the world celebrated, Kendrick questioned. Success brought millions of fans, but also isolation, and adoration, but also anxiety. In 2015, he dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, a his most ambitious and most painful work yet. Jazz meets funk, black pride meets mental anguish. On You, he spiraled into self-hate, rapping through tears. I know your secret. I know depression is resting on your heart for two reasons. Behind the fame, Kendrick was cracking. Depression crept in, survivor's guilt haunted him. Why him? Why not the friends he buried? Why not the brother during time? He had escaped the trap but could never escape the memory. Some from Compton called him soft, others called him fake. But Kendrick wasn't here to prove he was hard. He was here to prove he was human. He fired back in silence and in bars. Humble, DNA and feel. Each track an exorcism, a confession and a call to arms. He was bleeding on the mic so others could heal. In 2015, All Right became an anthem, not just for hip-hop but for hope. It rolled through protest like a battle cry, "We gon' be alright," not a lyric but a lifeline. Kendrick's voice filled streets, not stadiums. He didn't just write songs, he wrote scripture for the marginalized, for the voiceless and for the broken. Then came Damned in 2017. It was leaner, meaner and hungrier. It dropped bars like bombs. Loyalty, pride, love, each track a question, and each beat a revelation. In 2018, he made history, winning the Pulitzer Prize for music. The first rapper ever, no cosign, no compromises. And he didn't stop there. He mentored rising stars like Baby Kim, partnered with brands, films, even Marvels, creating the Black Panther soundtrack like a warrior priest. Still, he kept his distance. Kendrick never sold out, he ascended. Kendrick's impact can't be measured in awards, album sales, or even Grammy. It is measured in the way kids hold their heads a little higher after hearing King Kunta, in the way classrooms teach to pimp a butterfly like literature, and in the way a single lyrics "I remember you" was conflicted can crack your soul open. It changed what hip-hop could be. It made pain poetic. It made vulnerability powerful. It made intellect cool. Kendrick didn't just represent Compton, he redefined it. From the streets to the stars, his story proves that you don't have to become a product of your environment. You can become a prophet of it, a mirror, a voice and a lighthouse. Kendrick Lamar's story isn't just a fairy tale, it is a firestorm. He didn't just climb out of the darkness, he turned it into light. Every lyric is a scar, every verse is a survivor, and every silence is a statement. From Compton blood-stained sidewalks to Pulitzer stages, Kendrick proved that greatness isn't inherited, it is earned in blood, sweat and bars. He gave us more than music. He gave us truth. He gave us permission to feel, to question, to break and to rebuild. Kendrick Lamar isn't just a rapper. He's a revolution wrapped in rhythm, carried by pain and delivered with purpose. And as long as injustice lives, his voice will echo loud, unapologetic and unforgettable. Thanks for watching. If Kendrick's story moved you, if it made you feel seen, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments section. Let's keep telling stories that matter.